Well, it's summertime, and Coach Abbs is in his office and kind of getting a little bit of downtime before it all ramps up again. Coach, how are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Hey, congratulations on the season, another playoff berth, another undefeated year. I mean, some coaches, an undefeated regular season is very difficult to come by. You've posted 2 back-to-back. Kind of sitting here now and reflecting on that, how does that feel knowing what you guys have accomplished?
Well, it feels like it was forever ago. Been really on the grind recruiting and just recently out working tons of camps at different universities across the Midwest and all over, really focused on next year and the year after that in recruiting.
So you don't really get a lot of time to just sit back and enjoy your success.
No, not really. We lost against St. Norbert's in the playoffs, and we were out on the road recruiting on Monday. Yeah. So that's the life of a college football coach, and a key to having a long-term success at the college level, I believe.
Coach Abbs, you are graduating a lot of your talent, some of that on both sides of the ball, but especially on the offensive side. A couple of the best Thunder players of all time graduating. That's exciting for the other guys on this roster in a way, though, isn't it? I mean, opportunities out there to make their play for playing time. A lot of opportunities out there, aren't there?
Oh, yes. We'll have tons of competition during our preseason camp. Graduated some really special players, but there have been some guys right behind them over the years that have waited for their turn, and we'll see that this year, as well as some of the younger recruits that we're bringing in as well.
Well, we'll talk a lot about the fall season coming up, but I want to see what the summer is like. Do you get a break? I mean, at some point, do you get a couple of weeks off to go to Disney World or go to the beach or something like that, or are you kind of grinding all summer?
Well, we spend June really evaluating talent, out working camps. Yesterday was at Bowling Green. Day before that, we had guys at Toledo, Northwestern, Michigan, Louisville, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. I mean, guys all over the place, just scouring for the next wave of Thunder athletes. Then when June is over, we'll have our own camp because of the installation of new turf on our field. We're going to have 2 satellite camps, one at Fort Wayne Northside and one at South Bend St. Joseph's High School. So those will be good. Those will be good opportunities to get out. We had our own camp back in May and had just under 100 kids attend that and also visit the campus and learn about our football program, our school, and everything that entails Thunder life.
So no vacation.
We'll take a little bit of time off in July, but we'll spend a ton of time between now and July's time off planning for the upcoming season, reviewing last year's game film, take a fresh look at what we did well, what we didn't do well, what we need to do more of, and everything else, and then also spend a lot of time scheduling rooms and meals and road trip itineraries and everything else, so that once we hit the season, we can concentrate on football and helping our kids be successful student athletes.
You have an interesting background. I just found out that you were a middle school teacher at one point. So you taught middle school while you were, in a little while, you were actually working as a part-time defensive coordinator. And then you were coaching at the Arena League level. I mean, you had a background coming into this. And you were telling me off the air that the job of a head coach, it's not just football. I mean, there are other responsibilities to that. What do you think of those responsibilities? Just like you said, getting everything set for the season.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the planning and making sure that everything runs smoothly throughout the year for the kids. So it's a big part of having success. When kids can show up on Saturday morning and they know what to expect and everything times up the way it's expected to, and meeting rooms are available and the food's of high quality. Just all of those little things, those little details really add up to giving you a chance to succeed on the field. I mean, we tell our recruits and we tell our kids, know they aren't receiving any kind of money to play here at Trine University. We're Division III. We don't have scholarships, but they want to be. We're going to coach them and treat them like they're Division I athletes.
That's right. Coach Abbs, you mentioned the turf that is going to be installed in the stadium. Did you get a chance to see what it will look like, and what do you think about that improvement to the facility?
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Awesome.
It's our current turf that's out there right now was laid back in 2008, the very first year of Trine University. So I think of all the different kids that have played on that turf, and I've coached on that turf, and all the different things, good, bad, and indifferent, that have happened on that field. It's kind of bittersweet to see it go.
Sure.
But that turf has actually been here longer than the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
The stadium was finished up in 2010. So we're excited to have a fresh surface out there, and it will look very sharp, some different fonts in the end zones, and some upgrades that we're very excited about.
It strikes me that, Alma and Albion and, all of that, these guys have been playing college football forever. Here you guys are 11 years into a program, and you've had a couple of back-to-back undefeated conference seasons. How do you attribute Trine sort of getting up to speed so quickly in just over a decade and competing at the highest level within your division?
I think we've been blessed with some amazing assistant coaches, a lot of great support from our administration. It's a Trine thing, from our housekeepers to our campus safety officers to Dr. Brooks. I mean, he really sets the vision for the campus and has done an amazing job. And it's been a ton of fun to be a part of for the past 13 seasons and going on to the 14th.
Coach Abbs, entering into your 5th year.
Yes, sir.
As the head football coach of Trine. They've had tremendous success the last couple of years. Last question. As you sit here over the summer and you've had those back-to-back undefeated seasons, is that more pressure on you? You feel like to keep that going? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad? How do you feel about that in terms of just the string of consecutive wins? What does that mean for you going into the next season, knowing that you've had this streak going for so long?
Every single overused saying ever. You've got to take one game at a time. We've equaled the regular season winning streak of the 2008 through 2010 run. It's one of those things where we've just got to figure out who's going to play where and coach those guys up as best as we can and literally take it 1 week at a time, because we've just got to it's a next man up mentality. We lost some talented players, but we've had some talented players in waiting, and we've got to coach them up during preseason camp and go from there.
It's great to catch up with Coach Abbs as he's working on his summer program. Thank you for the time, sir. Enjoy your summer.
Thank you very much. Have a good one. Go Thunder.